targeted. They've had a lot of evidence out there that it's going to happen. But as far as the size of government, it's just, they want to grow. And that's why I mentioned the FAA. Just imagine doubling in their, with a smaller workload, doubling from in the last 15 years. It's because they don't want to get smaller. So every time there's a mandated cut, they don't want a mandated cut. They want to grow. They want to employ more people. And that's the nature of government. And we've been through the ups and downs of that. We're just in the ups right now.
I'm going to ask a question as the moderator's prerogative here. Secretary of the Air Force has testified, the Chief has testified, in the current budget environment, even before sequestration, the Air Force has infrastructure they cannot afford to sustain and operate and still meet their missions that they need to do. They've called for the possibility of a BRAC. Can you talk about your philosophy?
Yeah, I can. I opposed the last BRAC round, and the reason I did is because that was after the Clinton administration when we downsized our military, and I understand that. There was a justification for it at that time. But my feeling was this. It is much cheaper in the long run when you get back and you start rebuilding your military, to rebuild it with infrastructure that is there today. The one thing that people, it's incontrovertible, that if you go through a BRAC round and you close something, it's going to cost you money for the first 5 years. Everybody knows that. And now's the time that we can't afford to do that. And secondly, I really believe that we're going to get through this cycle. We're going to get a pro-defense president of the United States. We're going to have a change in which the change will take place, I think, in 2014 in Congress. And we're going to start, and I don't want to start downsizing the infrastructure. So I will be leading the fight, and I've already told them that in Washington to stop another BRAC.
That'll be good news for helpful
Well,
on the basis,
see,
for sure.
let's look at something that is real important. A lot of people say, well, it's political influence. That really isn't true. Political influence does make sure, in my case, that they're not going to mistreat Oklahoma. I don't want that to happen. But you know what the biggest thing is? There's 8 criteria every time there is a BRAC round. And always number 1 or number 2 is community support. Community support. Look at Tinker over here. They passed a bond issue to do this. And in the GM plant that they got, a lot of the conservatives, by the way, those of you who are conservatives, I've been ranked as the most conservative, more than any other member has. I mean, this is by county. But I always hasten to say I'm a big spender in 2 areas, national defense and infrastructure. That's roads and highways. And if you read the Constitution, that says what we are supposed to be doing. So anyway, we're going to be faced with that, and we'll be leading opposition.
Let me tie that into another aspect.